Good morning, everyone. Or I guess it's now not morning for me since it's now 12:04. But good to see you all this morning. And yeah, I just held my first kind of it was a bit of a sort of culmination of the very slow and arduous process of integrating into this brand new community that I had did not know anyone, did not know the area at all before moving to Massachusetts in this church that I'm working in as a intern. And I've been doing these one-on-ones since the fall and meeting with people, seeing what are the needs in the community, what are you hearing on the news, getting a lot of ideas. And this story of the blessing box, our small little food pantry at the church, which was started about 10 years ago and has been going pretty smoothly ever since, almost on autopilot. It needs a lot of work, and there are people who are wanting to see if we could go even farther with expanding that. And so, responding to that need, I brought this forum together to talk about, well, should we do, a community fridge? I have contacts with people at the community farm just across town. Could we start bringing produce to our little blessing box and offering fresh food for everyone to who, may not be able to have access to as much fresh produce? We have plenty of like canned foods and stuff that is shelf stable, but adding things to that. So I made the announcement at church, and people I was like, hey, we're doing this little forum to talk about the food ministry of the church. And I got down a few minutes after I finished shaking everyone's hands, and there were two people. And I was like, oh no, all of this culminating work, what's going on? And so I set up my laptop, and someone showed up online. And then people started walking down the stairs, and there ended up being like 14 people who showed up and sat down and talked about it. And there was tons of just energy, ideas, questions. Um, and I think overall, it just really gave me such a sense of, people are really tired. They're exhausted. It's the middle of the winter. We've had lots of snow here. People are, shoveling out their driveways every weekend, it seems. Um, and despite all of that, they see the need and they're stepping up. And I think there's just a real desire for folks to really just do what they can to make their community better. So I think it was just a really heartwarming part of my time here, and just seeing folks who I've talked since September about this blessing box and seeing just people come together around that and develop relationships and be like, yeah, I agree with that. So I think, it was a good first step. We still have a long ways to go, and we'll be meeting monthly, hopefully, throughout my time here through the spring and the summer as I uh, will go through, the end of July and my time there. But I think there's just really a lot of energy around it, and I'm just so grateful for, honestly, for all of you for just encouraging me through Eco Faith to, really start with those one-on-ones and not try to bring all of my outside ideas and just force this project on, whoever, uh, whatever, just despite whatever the community needs, and really just listening to people and seeing what is out there and seeing what we could do. And I think, yeah, there's just been a lot of uh, good energy so far. So I'm really grateful that and grateful for all of you. So thank you.